Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to another episode of Out of the Park Baseball 26 with the Kansas City Royals. And as promised, we got to May 1st, and it's been ugly. And it's been uglier than even the 11-20 record would indicate, because we started 4-1. We lost that game on opening day, and then we won 4 straight. So we have gone 7-19 in our last 26 games. We can't pitch. We can't hit. We can run a little bit, but that's about it. Yeah, not much to look at. Offensively, Michael Massey, Jonathan India have gotten off to pretty good starts with the bat. Nelson Velasquez has hit the ball well. Bobby Witt's got 4 home runs, which is 644 OPS. Yeah, and then pitching has been an absolute disaster. So yeah, I don't normally when I take over teams like this, I don't normally tear things down in year one, but this could be a very busy June and July. So we're just going to start simming here a little bit and kind of see how it goes. We won our first game 4-2. Yeah, and I should add, and I didn't mention this at the beginning of the first video, so I had to go back and record something dumb. Guys, if you could please leave the video a like, subscribe to the channel, leave a comment. I love engaging with you guys about the things that I should do and the things that I don't do and stuff like that. So, yeah, if you could leave the video a comment, that'd be great. Like the video if you haven't, subscribe if you haven't already, and then again, I'll leave a link to the Discord below. So, yeah, even our prospects aren't doing well. Mitchell's hitting 183 in Double-A, Caglione hitting 197 in High A ball. So even our prospects are struggling. Back-to-back wins, though, to start this episode. Pasquantino, 4 hits. We might even start making deals this episode, or this month. We lose to Baltimore there. Only thing keeping us out of last place is the Chicago White Sox. So we win 12-10 in a game that doesn't see Bobby Witt in it. 4 hits for India. 3 for Melendez. Isbell and Lofton both homer. And we got to send Devaney back down as Garcia is ready to come back up. Oh, he got hurt. I forgot to mention that. Not that it makes a huge difference, but let's get Bobby Witt. Make sure we have somebody ready to back him up. Battle of the last place teams here between the Royals and the White Sox. And game 1 is a 5-3 loss. Game 2 is a 5-1 win. So we're a half game up on the White Sox right now. Bobby Witt just at 208. Good start for Seth Lugo. Oh, it's a 4-game series against the White Sox. We lose again. So we split 4 against the White Sox. Now on to Boston. 6-1 win over the Red Sox. We're only 6 games under 500, so as bad as it's been, best game of the year for Bobby Witt, 4 for 5. As bad as it's been, we're 8.5 games out. We're just 4 games out of a wild card. 6-4 loss. 11-4 loss in 10. We get 7 runs in the 10th inning. All right, here we go. We start to lose a bunch of games in a row. Oh, that was ugly. All right, Kyle Wright. Did he really win 21 games for Atlanta in 2022? He's a ground ball guy. Who's been our worst pitcher? Just go ahead and send Evan Sisk down. Call Wright up. Take Lorenzen out of the rotation. Put Wright in. And then reset this. Now let's check quickly what type of value Urseg has. My guess is not much because he is disruptive. That tends to hurt that trade value. But we'll see. There's a little bit. There's a little bit, which isn't bad, which means we can make our first deal more than likely. Hines. We can pick up a power hitting outfielder. Strike out a ton, not make a lot of contact, but he's good defensively, has some good speed, has a lot of power. That might not be a bad play. Andrew Nardi. Doesn't look bad. Arb eligible. Declan Cronin. I like the ground ball. Ground ballness. I don't think that's a word, but Ryan Fernandez. I mean, it's good that there's value. I was afraid there was going to be none, but I don't mind the Reese Hines deal. What if we package our two best bullpen arms, Urseg and Estevez? Does Estevez have any value at $11 million a year? There's some. Actually, it looks like not as much. That's weird. Okay. Well, I mean, it's not weird. Estevez is making a lot of money. All right, who else is making? He's just got a player option. Maybe Lugo? I might try to just trade all these guys individually. Pick up Henkes. He's out for the year, but I mean, that feels reasonable. We're not playing for this year anyway. So what can we do here with Cleveland? Oh, they would be over budget. I don't have any money, so I would have to just retain. Oh, I can't. Oh, I can't afford. Okay. I can't afford. So 475. Okay. Cool. So we can pick up Sam Henkes. I think that's a good deal. Yep. Atmosphere has been good, but it'll get better with Urseg gone, and I'm totally fine with that. Now we put Henkes on the 60-day DL. And call up. It doesn't really matter who we call up. Let's call up Thomas Hatch. So playing for the future here. Make our first deal. James MacArthur. Send Hatch right back down. Of course, he's out of option years. Let's send him to AAA. He is out of option years. Rehab assignment. All right. Yeah, Urseg was the only one I was really looking to move in the immediate because of that the personality. Fan interest up to an 86. That's weird. Okay. I've got some money for extensions, but there's nobody I want to extend. Just players I want to trade. So I think that might be the only trade we make in May, and then we'll get busy, I guess, in July. I might make a trade or two in June. We'll see as we keep losing games. There's not really any sort of changes I can make, right? Like, I mean, who's my leading on base guy? Yeah, I mean, India's our best leadoff hitter. He's been fine. I mean, I got no problem with what Jonathan India's been doing. India's been fine. Pasquantino's been fine. He's giving me exactly what you would expect him to give. Bobby Witt's starting to hit a little bit more. Yeah, I mean, there's not a whole lot I can do here other than let's see, maybe get Velasquez some additional at bats, but he's not even really hitting anymore. Yeah, I mean, I got 4 players who are above league average in terms of OPS plus. going to be a bad team. I don't mind finishing last or, losing 100, 110 games this first season. I really don't. Reagan's with his best start of the year. That's a rough ERA for Cole. If it keeps that ARB number down in year one, that wouldn't be the worst thing in the world. I'm recording, right? Yes. All right. So I'll sim June offline, and then I'll come back and I'll do July. Oof, this has been ugly. Hey, a win. You beat Minnesota. Three-run homer for Hunter Renfroe. Yeah, the trades I make offline I think might be some peripheral type deals, like maybe trading Hunter Renfroe or Chris Bubich or something like that. Like if I'm gonna trade Salvador Perez or if I'm gonna trade Lugo or Waka, I'll try to do that on camera, so to speak. We beat Cincinnati 13-12. Bobby Witt 4 for 5 with 8 runs knocked in. India 3 runs or 3 hits, 3 runs scored. This is ugly. Ugly. We win again. Back-to-back wins over the Cincinnati Reds. Reagan's doesn't pitch badly, but the bullpen blows it, because of course they do. 3 straight wins over the Reds. How about that? Good series for Bobby Witt. 8 for 15 with a home run, 3 doubles, and 11 knocked in. Guys get on base in front of him, he can drive them in. Massey's not having a bad year. He's not a third baseman. He's not having a bad year, and he's not going to, maybe the move is India at DH, like they're doing here, and then Massey in at second. Maybe that's the actual long-term play, or short-term, long-term, I guess. 4 wins in a row. Esquintino homers. All right, final game of the month. 7.5 games out of first. Wow, we finished the month strong. Would we win 5 games in a row to finish the month? Lofton 3 hits. Yeah, that was not a bad end of the month. 8-19 in April, just 13-15 in May, 7-3 in our last 10. Middle of the pack offensively. We're 8th in runs scored. But all in all, our top 3 hitters have been fine, but it's been a bit of a mess below that. We are the worst pitching staff by far in the American League. So there's some work to do there. And Caglione and Mitchell both starting to hit. So Caglione, I don't know that he's ever going to be a real honest-to-goodness pitcher. But the bat's there. Bat is definitely there. He's 22. I think we just let him continue to develop a little bit in high A, maybe until July 1st, and then we call him up. Blake Mitchell. Yeah, same thing with him. Call him up to AAA in July. All right, front office. We got a little bit of money for extensions. Fan interest in 82. Yeah, we're gonna have to put money into scouting and development. That's part of the problem. We just don't have any right now. So that will come. Oh, and we had the reason we got that bump to fan interest is Cole Reagan's had us start a charity, as one does, to generate fan interest. So cool. I'm gonna pause here. I'm gonna come back. It will be July 1st. All right, guys, we're back. It's July 1st, and I made one trade in the month of June. We traded for another injured reliever, compiling high quality injured arms. It was with Philadelphia, and you can probably see it here. We brought in Orion Kerkering, a 24-year-old closer. He tore elbow tendon. He was out for 6 or 7 months or something. He was dynamic for Philadelphia to start the season. We picked him up. Looks like a pretty good arm. And we gave up Carlos Estevez on the other side. Are these the only 2 trades that have been made? don't have trading off, do I? Do I just have it on low? Let's go to average because that seems a little odd. So yeah, we traded Estevez for Kerkering, and we now have a pretty solid back end of the bullpen, assuming neither of those guys flame out over the next 9 months. Bobby Witt was out for a couple of weeks. Was playing his best ball of the year by far, 396 in June. But we're 38 and 47. We were 14 and 12 in the month of June. Our pitching staff got better. Our offense got better. If you look at our pitching, Bubic, Lugo, Reagans, 1, 2, 3, and WAR. Good season for Chris Bubic. $3 million ARB. Maybe we hang on to him. Maybe we see what kind of value he has, given that he's pitching well. Lugo, we're still gonna try to move on for him. $15 million this year, 15-player option next year. Schreiber, Marsh have been okay. Waka and Wright have been fine as our 4 and 5, kind of from a WAR perspective. And the rest of the bullpen's been pretty bad, but it's to be expected. Since we traded our 2 best bullpen arms. Offensively, Michael Massey leads us in WAR. He's hitting 275. He has 13 home runs. Jonathan India giving us a 350 on base percentage, not hitting for really any power at all, but he's getting on base a bit. Isbell's been terrible with the bat, really good with the glove. Yeah. Melendez, 13 home runs, but hitting just 217. Pasquantino doing fine. Yeah, I don't mind these numbers out of Vinny at all. Those are good ratings. But beyond that, it's been rough. It's just been a bad season, but we're hanging in there. We're hanging in there. Blake Mitchell, 244. His numbers dipped in June, so we're going to leave him in Double-A right now. What about Caglione? 296, 403, 608. Yeah, I think. Even looks like his pitching ratings got better. It doesn't show me. Yeah, I think his pitching rating got better as well, but we're going to leave him in high A ball for now. And we are going to see about moving a couple people. Does anybody want Michael Waka in that ridiculous contract? No. What if we retained half of it? What if we pay somebody $9 million to take Michael Waka from us? Baltimore will trade us Ronzi Contreras, Luis Vazquez, Chase McDermott. Ronzi, if he was listed as a ground ball pitcher, I might do that. I might still do it anyway, but a little work ethic for this guy. Really, they're not going to give me any prospects. So going after one of these names is a pipe dream. But you might be able to get yourself. I like Trey Gibson. You might be able to get yourself a AAA type arm that might develop. Beavers will be on the rule in the Rule 5 this year. Nope. And this might be the best we can do. Sorry, I'm making a lot of noise. Contreras is what he is, a fly ball guy. Velo dipped. There's still a potential. There's still a little bit of potential in there with the control and the movements. I mean, maybe he can convert back into a ground ball guy, but I mean, we could nickel and dime away at this, but I don't really want to do that. That feels kind of gamey. Excuse me. Let's try something interesting. Let's try Isbell. There are plenty of no-hit good glove center fielders out there. So maybe we can get something back for Kyle. Nothing special. I'm going to sneeze again. Maybe I won't. Get another reliever. Continue to build up that bullpen. Our number next year's 4-6, which isn't terrible. Liberatore. They're using him strictly as a reliever right now. It's okay. What do I want to do? I just don't have much. What about longtime fan favorite? Oh wow, nobody wants Perez. What if I retain the entirety of his contract? He must have a no trade clause. That's all I can think of. What about Hunter Harvey? No more shop attempts for today. All right. Hey, a 3-1 win. I think I may have to sim up to the draft and call it an episode here. I think I'm being summoned into the house by my wife. So we'll get up to the draft. I'll call it an episode, and then next episode we'll do the draft and the ultimate deadline. So this will just be sort of an initial dive into the month of July, and we're winning. I mean, we're 40 and 47. Let's try Lugo again. Let's try Lugo 50% retained. I don't mind retaining a little bit if it means I can get a better return. I mean, I'd rather clear the money off the books completely, but it may not be an option. Ugh. Okay. This is brutal. That's weird. Rich is having a good season. I wish that it would show you all of the players, not just 5 for each team. George Valera. Contact. I mean, there's a little bit of contact there. My scout likes him, but I don't feel like that's enough to bring back Bubich. Medina. Fly ball guy. Excuse me. Marco Luciano. dealing with an injury. What if... Maybe I just needed to change up the requirements coming back. I don't really want a reliever for these guys. I would rather have a useful starter. Maybe one who's younger than Bubic. Freddie Peralta. Williams, but Christian Scott, another injured guy. Jeremiah Estrada's not a bad bullpen arm. Cavalli, Gore. He's pitched well. Kenzie Gore has not pitched well this year. ERA plus. What if I retain everything on India? I'm thinking here. They're still giving me a lot of relievers. I would prefer starters. Zebby Matthews, 45 stuff. 50 movement, 65 potential control. Simeon Woods Richardson is an extreme fly ball guy. Christian Scott's not a bad get. Come back to Estrada, but again, I mean, cool. We get a reliever. One more day. Now let's do this. What if I retain all of it this year? Does that give me anything new? Detmers, another extreme fly ball. I don't like the extreme fly ball guys. That's part of my problem here. Now we got Jack Kokanovic, 24-year-old, 6'7", 225, extreme ground ball guy. His velo increased. I mean, that might not be a terrible option. Sam Bachman, maybe. Robert Gasser. I think this is our pick right here. Let's see what sort of... Okay, so we're up to... Ooh, I think Gasser might be the guy. Assuming he's still on the list. He's probably not going to be on the list now. Milwaukee. Yeah, he's not even listed anymore. We'll go back and see if we can get them to give him to us. Just wanted to see if that had changed anything. All right, let's go talk to Milwaukee. So we can throw in. I mean, if we gave you Isbell, what could we get to this? I don't know. There's not really anything here that I would absolutely want. I kind of like him though. Not giving you Gasser. All right. You want AJ Causey? Fine. What if I take India off there? Blanco. I mean, I would be fine giving you a 32-year-old Dyron Blanco. Okay, so we're going to be able to turn this around. And here, you want Brett Squires? I'm good with this. Brett Squires, Dyron Blanco, AJ Causey for Robert Gasser. Yes, sir. Where is Gasser? Is he here? He's out for 2 weeks. Injured list. All right. Okay. Now we need to call up. We just call up Gavin Cross. I think so. And put him in the lineup. Let's just let the AI do it. It's not even starting him against righties. You got to start him against righties. All right. Hunter Harvey is out for a week. It's fine. I'm not even going to bother making any moves. We get Bobby Witt back in 2 days. Hey, we won 4-3. Cross goes 2 for 4, hits his first home run. All right. Let's see if we can make. Do I want to make one more deal before the draft? I don't think so. Oh no, he suffers a setback. Back-to-back wins. India 2 hits, Velasquez 2 hits, 3 RBIs, Massey 2 hits, 4 RBI. We lose 11-0 in the last game before the draft. And let's just quickly I don't even know who to look at here. Where are we from a financial perspective? I mean, I feel like trading India is not a bad play at this point because we can move Massey to second, which is where he belongs. Prospects. There's Valera again, Seth Halverson. Another reliever. It's all relievers. I mean, Valera might not be a bad get. I don't like the fact that his potential eye dipped, but high work ethic, good batting eye. He could slot into the leadoff spot, I guess, with that batting eye. Contact guy. There's Bernabell there. Craig Yoho's another live arm, another ground ball guy. Everson Pereira. Drew Gilbert with the Mets wouldn't be bad. I'm looking for players who maybe their scouting is trending up rather than down. It's one of the core things I look at when I'm trying to find a good trade piece. Like here is potential I increased. What if I retain and put Isbell there? Oops. Where are we, India? It's a good power bat in the Red Sox system, but doesn't really have a position. Eddie's Leonard, no. I'm hopeful that there's a team out there that has a prospect that they just don't value. All right. You know what, guys? I think I'm going to call it here. I'm being summoned into the house. So next episode, we will come back and we will do draft and deadline. Thank you so much for watching. Let me know your thoughts. Who do I hold on to? Who do I move? Do I just burn it down, or do I try to build around some of these players that we have? Let me know in the comments. Thanks for watching, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye.